Hello, everybody. How's it going? I hope everybody's doing really well. Hanging in there. We're all hanging in there. I hope everyone's doing good. I hope everyone's having a nice night. I want to tell you just a couple of things before so I don't have to do it at the end. I put on a few mentoring sessions, private ones for June and July. So if you're interested in that, you can go ahead and look on the community page, and I put the link on there. So just go on the community page, and it will say, mentoring appointments. If you want one, just click here. The other thing is that Debbie and my classes, we're doing one last go of all the beginning classes. So if you want to take them, or if you want to take them again, it's 10 weeks starting next week on Tuesday. So if you're interested in that, just send me an email for either one. If you want to send me an email, I can just send you the link. So intuitiveview@gmail.com. Okay. All right. So everyone asked about Luca before. Luca's doing great. Adam is in love with Luca. And he's a sweet, sweet boy. So we're very happy with him. Okay. Hello, everybody. So let's get started. Where shall we begin? Will anybody be charged with seditious conspiracy along with the Oath Keepers? Oops. Sorry, let me get a clean page here. Oh, I just heard yes. Clear as day. You may have heard that as well. I don't know. It seemed pretty loud to me. Okay. Yes. Seems like they're showing one and like groups. So like it looks like individuals, but also groups. So or another group. But it looks like both individuals and groups, and a group. So okay, that was easy. That was easy. All right. Will Rand Paul lose his re-election bid for senator? It's so weird because I feel like he hasn't been winning. Like he's so unpopular that he hasn't been winning. It's like fake. It's phony. So will he win again in a phony way? I guess is the question. Let me see. But it's weird. That's what it feels like. It's like it's fake. Is what I want to say. It's fake. Okay, let me see if he. I'm sorry. It looks like he may get in again. I also feel like something may. I also feel like he may not serve a whole term for some reason. So, if he gets in again, it will be like short. It won't be like full. To me, it doesn't feel like a full term. So, that's good. Because it feels like it's cut. I was going to say cut, like it's cut short. But he's so, he's not popular at all. At all. It's kind of like Mitch McConnell. It's like he's not popular at all. And yet somehow they keep winning. But yeah, my feeling is he's not really winning. There's something weird going on. But if he gets in again, it feels like it's cut short. So I hope that's at least, something that's happy, right? Oh my goodness. Okay. Will Congress extend the statute of limitations for Trump's obstruction of justice in order to charge him from the Mueller report? Um, um, I don't feel like that. I don't feel that specific thing happening, but I feel like, oh, he's going to be charged. So there's something about, and I assume when I hear that, it means with obstruction of justice. So someone just said obstruction. So I feel like it's related to something more personal, though. Like more like a personal case rather than like a government thing. It feels like it's personal, but obstruction is part of it. Um, huh. I feel like I'm hearing a name, but I don't recognize it. It's something with MAN. It's not Mansion, but it's something with MAN. You know how I am with names, so I don't know for sure, but something like MAN. If anybody knows what that might be, let me know. So that's what I have. So what I'm feeling is like, it's not, he does get charged with obstruction, that exact charge, but it's not because of the Mueller report. And to me, it doesn't even feel like government. It feels like, oh, Manafort, thank you. That's probably what it is. It's something to do maybe with that whole thing, something with that, maybe with Manafort. That's Manafort. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So that's what I'm getting. But, it feels personal. It feels small. I mean, it's not small, but it feels like it's more personal to him than to like the whole government obstruction like that. So that's what I'm getting. I hope that makes sense. Okay. One of 2021's most punchable face, Matt Gaetz, is in the news again. Are we finally going to see him face charges for sex trafficking? I think I've always said he's going to be charged, but let me just see well, here's the thing. I feel like he's trying not to be charged, but I feel like he's trying to throw other people under the bus. That's what it feels like to me. Like I'll give you all the information on these guys, but don't come looking at me. But only if I can get if I can. But I just don't think it's going to work. Is all the only thing. It feels like it's in vain because I feel like he's going to still be charged. It might be lesser charges because, like I said, I feel like he's giving up a lot, and someone else may be charged, but I feel like he's going to be charged with something. I don't know if it will be. It might be like what's that one, like the delinquency of a minor or something like that. It seems like it's like something that's a little bit less, but still serious, especially if you're in government. If you're a government official, it's serious. It just feels like less than like sex trafficking or that kind of that. It's still gross and it's still horrible, but it feels like it's not as serious a charge as that. It seems like it's lesser, but it's because he's thrown other people under the bus. I just heard Mar-a-Lago. So there's something with Mar-a-Lago. I don't think it's Trump, but I feel like there's something to do with Mar-a-Lago that he gave up, or that something with Mar-a-Lago just came up. So that's what I have on him. I'm not really getting anything else. But I heard Mar-a-Lago clear as day. His ex-girlfriend just testified. Yeah, like I said, I think he's going to definitely get charged, but it doesn't feel as like sex trafficking. It feels like it's lesser, but like I said, he's given stuff up. He's given people up. Okay. What will happen to those local GOP reps involved in creating and submitting fraudulent electoral college submissions, as seen on Rachel Maddow? Oh gosh, we saw that. It's so I just heard state to state. So each state, I think, will be different in how they handle it. I just saw handcuffs, so I feel like some people might actually be arrested, or charges brought against them, fines. I also feel like people may lose their jobs, because I feel like some of these people in some of these places have just regular jobs. They don't actually work for the government. They just have regular jobs, but I feel like they may lose their jobs. Kind of like the January 6th people, when they got caught, it's like they lost that's kind of like that. I feel like it's because I feel like it's a kind of, it's not a good look, it's not good. So that's what it feels like. But they're saying it's state to state. So some states are going to come down hard on people, it feels like, and other states will be like, that's unfortunate that happened, but that's what it feels like. It doesn't feel like a federal thing, unfortunately. It just seems like it's going to be state to state. But it does seem like some people are going to pay heavily. So at least in those states, they'll deter people. Right? Okay. Will the Democrats pass voter rights provisions this year with or without the filibuster? Let me see. Every time I've looked at voting rights, every time I've looked at Build Back Better, I always see them passing. I don't, and yet it's not happening. So I don't, I can't explain that, but I just asked again. I'm getting the same thing. Yes, they will. I do feel like there's some changes made because it feels like one passes, one doesn't. So I feel like it's two things. And I'm just looking at voting rights. I'm not looking at Build Back Better, but it feels like two things, and one passes and one doesn't. One passes and one doesn't. So that's what it feels like. And they said deals are made. So I feel like there must be some kind of deal made, because they somehow pull it off. I'm seeing, gosh, I can't think of her name. She's on lots of stuff. She has kind of the bigger eyes. I can't think of her name, but she's in the progressive, Democratic Progressive Caucus. I'm seeing her for some reason. So it may be a person in her state or something, but I'm hearing deals are made. And I'm seeing her for some reason. So I don't know. What is her name? If somebody tells me her name, it'll Jayapal. That's it. Yeah. That's who it is. I'm seeing her for some reason. So, and I keep seeing Manchin. He's looking up. So I'm not sure what that means, but he's looking up. So maybe they kind of lord over him or something a little bit, because I feel like he's looking up. Don't look up. Yeah, I feel like he's looking up, and I feel like so maybe they threaten him with something, or they have something over his head or something like that, but I keep seeing that. So yeah, so that's what I'm seeing with that. That's what I'm getting. And I'm not getting anything about the filibuster for some reason. I'm just getting that's what happens. Why is media being so hypercritical of the Biden administration? Okay. I just heard ratings. That's weird, right? Why would that give them ratings? I just heard ratings. So maybe they've noticed they get better ratings if they're if they're putting him down and putting him, kind of raking him over the coals. There's something about being afraid too of to me it feels like fear of like looking weak or something, or looking like they're being easy on him or something. There's something about being afraid and something about ratings. So I just heard fool's errand for some reason. I'm not even sure where to place that, but I'm just saying it out loud so you guys can hear it. You might, oh, good. Mama Jen, 65, you heard ratings too. So, yeah, I just heard fool's errand. I'm not even sure what that, oh, thank you, Lily Rose. I'm not even sure what that saying even means, to be on a fool's errand. I mean, I guess I can guess, but I don't know how it works in this context, but maybe it's even though they are doing that, it's not going to amount to anything. It's a waste of time to try to do that because people are actually pretty happy with him. Yeah, so that's what I got. Oh, a needless or profitless endeavor. Thank you, Adam. Did you look that up? Or no, he just knows. He knows I know he knows. He knows words really good. I don't know words very good. Yeah, he's good. Okay, so Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger are both refusing to support a voting rights bill. Why? I assume, yeah. Yeah, I would guess that as well. I just heard in good standing. So I assume that means they want to stay in good standing with certain members of their party, I guess. Which Adam Kinzinger, why? Because he's going to be gone. So that's weird. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm hearing. maybe I'm just hearing this song. And I hope that hopefully, if you don't know this, you're very lucky. But in the movie, now I don't even know what it's called. It's like a teen movie, and there's a song in it, and it's like, get your head in the game, get your head in the game. I can't remember what. High School Musical. It's in High School Musical. Thank you, Winnie. Thank you so much. Yes, High School Musical. Thank you, Adam. I'm hearing that. over and over again. So it could be that they're just meant to fall in line or fall into form with with other Republicans. And sorry, I have Kleenex because we have a dog now, and now I have allergies. So I don't know. That's what I'm hearing. Let me see if I can get anything else. 1 second. When I feel that, it feels kind of like it's coming from outside government, like donors or something, people that have money or that are supporting them, because it feels like the people saying that are outside the government. So maybe even, Adam Kinzinger, even though he's maybe not staying in government, he still has to like earn a living or go work for, be a lobbyist. Oh, thank you, Mary Phillips. Thank you. Maybe he wants to go be a lobbyist or go work somewhere because I feel like when I feel it, it feels like it doesn't have to do with government. The people singing that song aren't inside the government. They're not inside the Republican Party. They're not in the government. It feels like they're outside. So donors, people that are going to hire them, or people that could possibly help them. It's like that's the way they want them to vote. And it's almost like don't get too comfortable with the Democrats. That's kind of what it feels like. So it's like, yeah, that's what it feels. So when I feel that song and I feel like, where is that coming from? That's what I'm feeling. Okay. Biden gave a powerful and critical speech of Trump this week. Has Joe abandoned working with the GOP altogether? So I just heard no, but I'm going to look into this a little bit more. I feel like he is going to work with them with some other things. You know what I think he may be working with them on, or he may work with, or Democrats may work with Republicans on, is making sure Trump can't run. Somehow, I feel like they may work together on that. So that's just coming up for some reason. But I feel like he hasn't really given up hope. I feel like he's given up on certain things, Democrats helping with certain things. So yeah, it feels like certain things he may have given up, but as a whole, he really hasn't given up. And they are going to work together on it's something to do with blocking Trump or stopping Trump. So maybe there's something they're going to do that's the only thing I can think of is blocking him from running again, because that would serve everybody, right? They don't want that either. So I'm wondering if that's what it is, because it feels like what it actually feels like is not allowing Trump. That's what it feels like. Not allowing him. So that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to stick with that. That's what I'm getting. Sinema is opposing changing the filibuster naturally. Is opposing changing the filibuster. Who's pulling her strings? I just heard the firm. The firm. Maybe like a lobbying firm, or is there something called, thank you, Deborah. Is there something called the firm? The only thing I can think of is like lobbying firm, or like, and I'm seeing like people with like suits. It looks very 80s actually, but like suits and briefcases walking into a building. To me, it just feels like work, like workers working, business. And I'm hearing the firm. You guys have any idea? Oh, CIA? I don't know if it's the CIA. It feels like money, like movie The Firm. That was like lawyers and stuff. Wasn't the movie The Firm?
It was lawyers on the front end, but it was actually the mob behind it. For entertainment purposes only.
Yes, definitely for entertainment purposes only.
Right.
That's weird. Okay, well, you heard that from Adam, not me. So go after him. It feels like it could be lobbying firm. To me, it feels very businessy. It feels like money and businessy. But it doesn't feel like, sometimes when I feel like it's the Mercers or something. Sometimes when I feel like it's the Mercer or something, it will feel like a bank. It will feel like that. So yeah, maybe dark money. Yeah, maybe dark money. That could be it. Yeah, thank you, Lucienne. And welcome back, Lucienne. I was so worried about Lucienne. She's been sick. So so isn't that interesting? I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it a mystery, but that's kind of what I'm getting. And then you heard mob from Adam. Please go to see Adam about that. If there are any mobsters watching. Yeah, not me. Okay, so that's what I got. Weird, right? There is a right-wing organization called The Firm. Okay. Okay, interesting. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's what I'm getting. Yeah, I know. 45's been involved with the mob, but there were, the mob, all kinds of mobs, like Russian mob, Saudi mob. He doesn't care. He'll be involved with any mob, even a January 6th mob. Okay, we had the Delta, we had the Omicron. What's next on the COVID train? Okay. So I just saw like a big cube break into a bunch of little cubes. And so I feel like we may get variants, but they may be almost like, I guess, kind of like Omicron, kind of like spreading quickly, but less potent, I guess, not as dangerous. Because it feels like it's kind of like it's disintegrating. So like it's still like there will be more, but it doesn't seem as, and I feel like it's like the big cube and then little cubes. So so that could mean too that there will be a lot more, but they'll be smaller, less potent, less dangerous. And it also feels like it's falling away as well. So I think that that's the other message, is that yes, there'll be more, but they'll be kind of like Omicron, kind of like a lot of people can get it, but it's not as potent. And then it will also at the same time kind of be falling away. So maybe that's the way it will go. It will get less and less and less dangerous, basically, but it will still just kind of be there, if that makes sense. Oh, the firm is what they call the monarchy. Oh, that's weird. I don't think they would be behind Sinema, but I don't know. Just remember I said that. Remember I said firm. Okay. So that's what I've got with COVID. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Can you explain what's happening with Rand Paul's hair? Well, noodlehead. Okay. You know what I just and Spirit has a sense of humor, especially my guides have a sense of humor. I just saw like this 1970s like Jerry curl. Remember how they used to put Jerry curl and it would be like really wet and really super curly? That's what I saw. So I feel like Spirit's like Jerry curl. I don't know if that's what he uses, but that just shows like my guides. I think all spirit guides have a sense of humor. Some are more serious than others, but I definitely had funny answers and hilarious things that they do with like orbs and everything. So they have a sense of humor. How can you be how could we not have like fun and laughter in the spirit realm? It wouldn't be the spirit realm if it wasn't like jovial and happy and fun loving and that kind of thing. So that's what they're saying. Jerry curl. It's Jerry curl. That's funny. What is Christopher Wray, head of the FBI, doing about all of these Trump shenanigans? Okay. I'm just going to look at Chris Wray as a whole and just see like what he's up to. What is Chris Wray? They're showing me maps. So that's interesting because the last time that I saw maps, and if you know, when you do this work, what I'm doing, you build a vocabulary, right, with your guides. The last time I saw maps was when we were talking about January 6th. And somebody had asked about like were people in the government helping them, what was with people going in and having tours and stuff like that. And I kept seeing maps. Okay. So I feel like he is working on kind of the underground of what was going on underneath the I feel like he's working on that part of it. He's working on that part of it. It's like the who was giving tours, who was turning off the buttons for people to yell for help. I feel like he's looking at who those people are. I also feel like he's looking for that bomber too, that bomber. And it also could have something, if you guys get anything else with maps, when I say maps, because it could be like, it also could be like connecting the dots kind of thing. But I feel like it has to do with January 6th, because the last time I saw that was when I was looking at that stuff. And I kept seeing maps and maps. So they were given maps to find their way through the Capitol building. I also feel like they have someone's stuff. They're going through someone's stuff. Who is that? Whose stuff is it? It has something to do with Mike Pence. They have stuff that they're going through right now. It has to do with Mike Pence. I don't know what else. Oh, I've got chills with that too. So there's something about and I'm seeing Mike Pence going, what, do you know that footage where he's coming out and he has to go down those stairs? I'm seeing that as well. So there's something they're looking at. I feel like they're looking at the kind of the underground and the behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, I'm getting chills with this, you guys. Behind the scenes stuff that went on January 6th, like what was going on inside the building, underneath the building before and during that, what was going on. So there's something with that. And I do feel like they're going to either make announcements or make arrests or something. So I feel like we're going to hear from them pretty soon. To me, it feels more like spring, but we'll just pray that it's before then. But it does feel like it's maybe spring, maybe March or April. Tunnels. Yeah, tunnels. Exactly. So I feel like they're looking at that stuff. Maybe escape routes, Proud Boys. Yeah. I think that's what I feel like they're focusing in on and looking at. But there's something with Mike Pence too. If you guys get any hits with that, let me know. Yeah, and removing the buttons, exactly. That stuff. So, okay. All right. I hope that's enough. March is a huge month. Yeah, I think so too. I think you're right. Awakening with Susan, I think you're right. Okay. There seems to be a rift finally appearing between Trump and some of his GOP, among others. Is this part of a trend? Fingers crossed. So they just showed like a split, like two roads. So I feel like there will be. I'm asking in my mind, is it MAGA that splits, or is it just like the Republicans split? Like they kind of did for but I feel like it's MAGA. I feel like they kind of split into two camps. Yeah, I'm getting chills with that. So I don't know who the other camp is. If it's like DeSantis or somebody like that. Like I said, I never saw Trump running. I don't see DeSantis as the nominee. He may run, but I don't see him as the nominee. And it could change, 2024 is so far away, but it does feel like there is a split. And the fact that it's two roads like that makes me think that it's irreconcilable. It's like they don't go back together. It's just, that's it. They're done. So in a way, yes, it is part of a trend. And I'm asking who's involved in the split, but definitely Trump. But I feel like there's a man and a woman, but I don't know who they are. I don't feel like they're together necessarily. I feel like they're just like there's a man and a woman. So maybe they're different than Trump, or maybe they're anti-vaxxers, or I mean, I don't know, but they seem like they're different. They're just as horrible, but they're different in a different camp. But it's a man and a woman, and they show him as like they're this in the same kind of group or something, but they're not together. They're not like, husband and wife or something. It's not like that. They're just like kind of representing something. So I'm seeing like Trump on one side and then this man and this woman on this other side. So, and I'm not on Parler, so I don't know all the goings on in Trump world, but that's what I'm seeing. So there's a split that's about to happen. Because I feel like that split actually happens pretty soon, but I feel like it just gets wider, as 2024 approaches. It's just kind of like it just gets wider. So yeah. Anyway, okay, so that's what I got. Do you still see a woman becoming president and a young man as VP? Thank you for remembering that, whoever remembered that, because I did see that. And I remember that very well. I always thought that it could be Kamala Harris and Pete Buttigieg. That was just what I kind of thought it could be, but I think that's my brain. I don't think that's my guys. I think that's just me thinking, who could it be? But let me see. I just heard move over. Over. And I just saw Elizabeth Warren. I haven't thought about her in ages, so that's something. I mean, something. I just heard move over. So maybe they're telling me that it's Elizabeth Warren or something to do with her. That's weird. Out of nowhere, I just saw a young man like the head of Russia. That's weird. And everybody loves him. It's weird. So out of nowhere, that's what I'm getting when you're asking that question. So maybe it's going to be like a woman as president. I still think it's going to be a woman and a young male. I don't know why I'm being shown all this stuff, but that's what I'm getting. So, so AJ, you're saying Putin will be ousted by the end of 24. I feel like his time is coming as well, for entertainment purposes only, of course. That's weird. I'm getting some weird stuff tonight, you guys. Something is, like I said, it's going to be 2022 is going to be one of those head spinning years. I don't think Kamala will be going anywhere but out. Maybe Elizabeth Warren replaces her. Maybe, because I'm hearing, it actually seems like someone younger than Navalny. So I don't think it's him, but maybe it's somebody that is part of his movement or something. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to get off of that because I don't want to get lost in all that stuff. I don't know what all that is. So, yeah, I like Joe Kennedy too. Is A.G. Merrick Garland going to start moving faster than a sloth anytime soon? Yeah, he does work like a sloth. Okay, so I just heard pressure cooker. So I feel like he knows now that he's under pressure, and somebody's putting pressure on him. I don't think it's the president, but I feel like maybe it's the public, or maybe it's colleagues. I don't know, but I feel like he is under pressure, or he feels under pressure now. So maybe that's saying, yeah, he's going to move a little bit faster now. You know how in like old movies, how they'd have like a close up and then it would go like scrink and it would just like go down to nothing. That's what I'm seeing. So I feel like there's something about the window closing, or the time frame is closing. I think he feels the pressure to get things done fast. And I just heard men on the job. So I feel like maybe he's putting more, and of course, men and women, but that's what I just heard. I heard men on the job. So I feel like that maybe he's adding people to work on these cases and things. And I also feel like there's a switch in focus, because I just feel like somebody went like that, like went down here and went like that. So I feel like there's a shift in focus, maybe to people at the top or people above the lower level, like January 6th people. I feel like there's something about changing focus and going above, or going up above. Yeah, I got chills with that. So that must be right. So that he's changing focus to the people above the lower level, like arrests they're making. And he's feeling the pressure. So that's good. Okay, so that's what I got. What do you see about Havana Syndrome? Havana Syndrome. This is mysterious pain and maladies afflicting foreign U.S. diplomats abroad, suggesting some new form of attack. Is it Russia? Havana Syndrome. There's something about sound and nervous system. Sound. Surprisingly, I actually don't think it's Russia. Experiment for entertainment purposes only. I don't know what this is that I'm talking about. But it's sounds. It feels like it feels like dangerous, actually. Like it's dangerous to even talk about it. That's what it feels like. And so I'm talking about it. Like guys are like, oh, we're trying to tell you it's too dangerous to talk about. It does feel like it's dangerous, though. Dangerous. And I feel like danger, like red, like like flashing red lights, that kind of like danger. Havana Syndrome. I'm going to leave that there because I don't, that's what I got on that. So if you can get something out of that, I'm going to leave that there actually. But I don't see it as Russia. I don't see it as Russia. Yeah, Daisy, I just have allergies. We're going to get little boy get his hair cut and then I'll feel better. It's just, okay. Lindsey Graham told Mitch McConnell to take a knee with Trump. Does Trump, Putin, or maybe the boy next door have blackmail material on Lady Graham? So, there's a GIF of a Homer Simpson backing up into the bushes. And I'm seeing that. So I feel like Graham is trying to, like, I guess, stay in the background or hide in the background. Yeah, I'm getting chills with that. He's trying to like fade into the background, not be seen, and kind of almost like stay clear of stuff right now. And I feel like, to me, it doesn't feel so much like bowing to Trump as it is just kind of staying out of the way and kind of moving out of the way. But I also feel that image though makes me think of hiding as well. So I feel like it's a great image though, because it tells me a lot. It tells me he's fading into the background. He doesn't want to be seen. He's and he's hiding something. Well, I mean, we all know what he's hiding, right? But it feels like, if I just stay back here, people will leave me alone. So I feel like if he did say to Mitch McConnell to take a knee, I feel like that just means like, don't make waves, just let it go, let things go. Because I feel like that's his strategy of just like getting out of the way, seeing where the chips fall, because he's not going to get his stuff called out. It's kind of like people in glass houses, right? You don't throw stones. So I feel like that's kind of what he's doing, is trying to just fade into the background, not be seen. He's hiding. Yeah, just a big old coward is what he is. Not brave at all. Yeah, so that's what I've got with it. I blackmail. I'm not. Maybe he fears that. Maybe he knows that. I don't know, but it just feels like he's trying to just like pull out of the way, fade into the background. Okay. If that makes sense. Kim Jong-un oversaw a third hypersonic missile test this Tuesday. Is North Korea a legitimate, actual threat? Not to us. I do feel like the people he is a threat to kind of know how to deal with him, because I feel like there's stuff going on in the background. So, for example, if he does a missile test, Oh, is he actually? I thought you meant me. Me and Kim Jong Un are so much alike. Is he even alive? I actually think that he is. But I actually think he is. That's weird. I'm seeing two, though. I don't know. I don't want to get mixed up in his stuff. But like he'll do something like that, and then people that are that he is a threat to will call him up and say, "What do you want?" Or "We're sending this," or "Here, we'll give you some money." Or it seems like things go on like that, like in the background, because I feel like they take care of it. So a legitimate threat to us? No. Is he a legitimate threat? Yeah, he could be, but they know how to handle him, or they've figured out or they have a what's it called? Like a method to handle him and kind of, keep him quiet, basically. Yeah. Okay. Will churches that play in the political sphere ever lose their tax-exempt status in the future? Okay, well, I'll just say in the future, yes, but it's the distant future. It feels like maybe 10 years. It feels like quite a while. And that even, that's hard. I mean, timing is so weird. And it's so that means that it could come sooner if people had, we got the right people in there, but it does feel like it is going to come because to me, it's part of something that's happening with this shift that we keep talking about. So I feel like it's part of that. But it will be a while. It will be a while, but it's going to happen. Yeah. Okay. South Africa's parliament was set on fire. The man allegedly responsible had been committed to a mental hospital. Is there more to this story? I just heard grievances. It does actually feel like one person. It doesn't feel like it's like a conspiracy or anything. It does feel like one person who had a lot of grievances or had grievances. Yeah, it doesn't feel like, usually I'll get like my spider web thing and I'm not getting that. I'm just getting, I'm hearing grievance. So yeah, somebody who had grievances or a grievance, and they just couldn't take it anymore. And that's what they did. That's kind of what it feels like to me. I'm not getting my sign for a big conspiracy, so I would say no, but I can be wrong. I can always be wrong. So but usually I'll get that symbol. You've seen me get that before, where I get that spider web thing that usually tells me conspiracy, like lots of people involved. Okay. Putin may be on the way out in the next 2 years, but what are his immediate plans, especially in Cuba and Venezuela? A corner dog is at its most dangerous. Okay. So I'm seeing that submarine thing that I see and usually that's my sign for like spying. So I feel like there might, when it comes to Cuba, I was asking about Cuba and Venezuela, and it seems like there's going to be like to me, it feels like spying, like getting information and maybe using it somehow to get things from, or I don't know what this is, but it feels kind of like, yeah, I'm getting that. At least that's what I think. That I've gotten that before. And usually when I get the submarine thing with Russia, it's like spying or like infiltrating, that kind of thing. So as far as Cuba and Venezuela, that's what I'm getting. I think I've said before, I just did a video on it, that Putin, if he does invade Ukraine, he's done. That's it. It may not, he may not be done overnight, but it's like, that's the beginning of the end. That's it. Because they're just going to completely throw him and Russia in a box, and everybody's going to be very mad at him. Because I even feel like freezing, like they freeze assets and things like that. So it would be really bad. But I do feel like that kind of desperate energy from him. There's an air of just like desperate, and also feeling like almost rushed, like being for some reason feeling like under the gun, or like things need to happen fast. So I do feel like he will make mistakes. He will make some missteps. It's weird because it's not an energy I usually, again, I think I talk about this in my video, but it is kind of like an energy that it's not usually associated with him. I usually don't get this kind of energy with him. This feels like a Jim Jordan kind of energy. I usually get that with him. I don't usually get that. Putin is usually very calm, very calculating, many steps ahead, that kind of thing. He doesn't have that energy right now. He feels very like he needs to move on things or something quickly. And he feels under the gun. He feels pressured, that kind of thing. He feels kind of panicked in a way. Maybe not that bad, maybe not panicked, but kind of like that, like almost like an anxiety feeling, which is very odd for him. I can't tell you how odd it is, because every time I look at Putin, I get a very, very similar energy, and I just don't with him right now. So he may make some stupid moves. Just FYI. Okay. We hit 15,000 subscribers this week. Oh yes. Thank you so much, everybody. That is, I couldn't have not even dreamed of 15,000 subscribers, not in a million years. I was going to be really happy with 100 people. So 15,000 seems almost crazy, impossible, the impossible dream. So yes, thank you. A million thanks to everybody. I really appreciate it. And I guess I'm going to do my farewells and my name checks. And Adam's niece and nephew are visiting. I guess my niece and nephew-in-law, and they made lasagna, and it is downstairs calling my name. So let me see. Okay, so I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. Goodbye, Bonnie and Llama Bryant, Sheila, sweetie darling, Rob. Hi, Rob. Thank you. Thank you so much for your donations as well. Really appreciate it. AJ Lowe, Martha, PJB, Steve Myers, Chris Martin, UB Jr., Sharon Sight, Lucian, thank you so much for your help. I always appreciate you. Let me see. I just want to up a little bit. Okay. Debbie Brady, Sedona Sky, PJB again, LLC, Linnea, Spencer, Cheryl, aka Chistar, Frida Stinger, Cosmic Toga Party, Happy Girl, Rosa Fraga, Spiritual Seeker 583, Steph S, Butterfly Kisses Healing, North Star, Virgo in Sin, Marby Gongora, Janine M. And thank you guys all too for doing the my membership. And I will see you Saturday for a special mini reading session. So I'll see you there. Jess R, Greeter TK, Teresa Cole. Thank you, Greeter. Kat M, Lisa, Sandra, Rob again, Intuit 820. Adam, thank you, Adam, so much for all your help. I'll see you at eating lasagna. Mankind. Ron, Unconditional Love Tarot, hello and goodbye. I'll see you next time. Michelle Peterson, Chris Wickens, Carol Gallagher, thank you. Greeter, thank you, Greeter. Teresa, thank you so much. Local Mole, Kate Ingram, Connie Brown, thank you. Sparky, hi Sparky. Roxanne M, thank you. Sandra from Connecticut, thank you. Rosa, Susan, thank you. And somebody just gave a thing. Thank you, Karen. I really appreciate that. Thank you, KD. Thank you, Tish. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, North Star. Thank you, Sharon, Sue, Aisha, Justine. Thank you, Justine. Kat M, LLC, Cindy. Oh, who's that baby? Cindy, Teresa, Stephen Myers. Hi, Sheila. Greater Teresa, Marby. Look at this boy. He's a nice boy. Carrie, Michelle, Vanita, Lucienne, Dan, artist painter. Hello. North Star, Greater Marby. Trisha. Yeah, you can take him. Not as quiet as, well, he is sometimes, but not right now. Kat M, Delilah, Marby, Sandra, Evelyn, Karen Conroy, thank you so much. Thank you, new member. Thank you. Twena Bernard, Palma, Lee Stevens, Frida Stinger, A. Peterson, and Joy Galty, Lisa Foster, Denadent, Karen Conroy, Michelle Mybell, Louisa, LaRue, KBG, Delilah, Prince Charming's mom, thank you. Karen Conroy, thank you again for becoming a member. And Prince Charming's mom, thank you. Twena Bernard, Patricia, I think I am getting into repeats now. KD, Maria Ruiz, Margaret King, Denadent, Carol Lamb, Spiritual Seeker, Angel Wings, Delilah Gillis, SP, Allison L, Anita Larson, Elsa Barrios, Tony Stokes, Chris Wickens, Strawberry Rhubarb Tarot, thank you, Joni S, and we're back to Greater Teresa. So everybody have a good night. I will see you tomorrow night, actually, on Debbie Freebird Spirit with Andrea. So it'll be the three of us just doing readings on this kind of stuff. So I'll be anxious to see what they have to say about all this. All right. Thank you, Karen Conroy. Thank you, everybody who joined the membership tonight. Thank you, everybody. If you want to join, just hit the join button. Thank you, Allison. And thank you, greeters. Thank you, Lucianne. Thank you, Adam. I'll see you guys next in 2 weeks. All right. We'll see you again. Bye. Oh, and Norma Bryan and Tony Stokes. Thanks, guys.